Sports and the IHSAA Television Network present the second game of the 4A Southern Semi-State from Hinkle Fieldhouse. This game features the #1 Bloomington North Cougars versus the Newcastle Trojans. Today's game is brought to you by Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer, IBP, Bloomington Ford, McCool's Flooring Outlet, Hubler Chevrolet, Watson's, Newcastle Ford, ITT Technical Institute, Stevens Old Honda, Indiana State University, and Bob Rohrman Indy Honda. And now here's Howard Kelman and Dave Nicholson.
Welcome to the Hinkle Fieldhouse and the second game of the Hinkle Semi-State. It's Newcastle against Bloomington North. Hi, everybody. I'm Howard Kelman. I'll call the play-by-play. Dave Nicholson provides the color commentary. Dave, let's go right to the key players.
Okay, let's take a look at the key players. First of all, for Bloomington North, their Mr. Basketball candidate you see on the screen there, number 35, Jared Jeffries. He's a 6'9" senior averaging 25 points a game. The other key player that I like a lot is number 41, only a sophomore, Sean May, a 6'8" player averaging 14 points a game. Keys to the game for Bloomington North today, they've got to defend the three-point line. We have talked all afternoon about how Newcastle hit 14 threes in a row the other night. I think they better defend that line today. Number 2, get an early lead. I can see Newcastle, if they get a lead, slowing the ball down and taking care of it. So I think it's imperative that Bloomington North get out in front. And number 3, Bloomington North's going to have to get the points in the paint. They have the size advantage, and they need to take advantage of that by going down inside. There's your lineup for Bloomington North. At one guard, number 13, Matt Kalua. At the other guard, number 15, Scott May. That's Sean May's brother, 5'10" junior. In the middle, number 35, Jared Jeffries, a 6'9" senior. At one forward, number 43, Mike Bridgewaters, a 6'3" senior. And at the other forward, the sophomore we just talked about, number 41, Sean May. Here's the key players for Newcastle. We're going to talk about one player today because they have great balance, but the guy that really has been stepping up for them on your screen there, number 45, Brandon Thompson, a 6'4" junior. He averages 10 points a game, but Newcastle has lots of players that score. The keys to the game for Newcastle, rebounding. They're going to have to battle that big front line of Bloomington North all afternoon. Number 2, they're going to have to make the threes again to get enough points to stay with Bloomington North. They did that in the regional extremely well. And number 3, they need a low-scoring game. If it's a high-scoring game, it favors Bloomington North. The starting lineup for Newcastle today, at guard, number 20, Corey Bennett. He's a 5'11" junior. At the other guard, number 11, Chris Thurman, a 5'10" senior. And in the middle, number 45, Brandon Thompson, a 6'4" junior. At one forward, number 32, Josh Jenkins, a 6'2" senior. And at the other forward, number 42, Michael Lawson, a 6'3" sophomore.
All right, Dave, and we'll be back with more after these messages.
For your next fundraising event, let Huffman Enterprises help with Zappa Snack French bread pizzas. These quality, microwavable pizzas are perfect to raise money for your organization. They're quick, convenient, and priced at or below supermarket prices. Put quality back into fundraising with Zappa Snack. And for your special events, rent a cotton candy machine, a hot dog warmer, or popcorn maker from Huffman Enterprises. Call 643-0549.
IBP in Logansport, a leader in the pork industry, is looking for good people now. IBP is excited to announce they have raised their starting production wage to $9 an hour. If you qualify for a grade 1 or higher position, your pay could be accelerated with the Quick Start program up to $10.85 an hour. Maintenance positions start at $10.30 an hour, with grade pay up to $14.60 an hour. To apply, call 1-800-728-2709 or apply in person at the plant on the 35 bypass in Logansport. IBP is an equal opportunity employer.
All right, now let's go and pick up the introduction of the lineups.
Here are your lineups. First for the Trojans from Newcastle High School. Number 3, Bruce Horan. Number 10, Nathan Minyard. Number 30, Chad Bauschlag. Number 33, Kyle York. Number 40, Adam Benton. Number 44, Paul Champion. Number 52, Wes Ireton. Starting lineup, number 11, Chris Thurman. Number 22, Corey Bennett. Number 32, Josh Jenkins. Number 42, Michael Lawson. And number 45, Brandon Thompson. The head coach of the Trojans, Steve Bennett, assisted by Mike Rutherford, Jay Knotts, Steve Swim, Mike Lawson, Mark Cronk, and David Allen. And now for the Cougars from Bloomington North High School. Number 11, Eric Stewart. Number 21, Mike Davis. Number 23, Dan Christie. Number 31, Kelvin Boatner. Number 33, John Allman. Number 44, Clay Ludlow. Number 45, Josh Gervin. Starting lineup, number 13, Matt Kalua. Number 15, Scott May. Number 35, Jared Jeffries. Number 41, Sean May. Number 43, Mike Bridgewater. The head coach of Bloomington North, Tom McKinney, assisted by Kurt Simic, Mark Watson, Jason Snyder, Bob Jacobs, and Brian Mulehouse.
And Kirk Robinson, and the first game was won by Jeffersonville. And this is a terrific Bloomington North team, an undefeated team.
Something very rarely seen in any level of basketball is go undefeated the entire season. And Bloomington North not only went undefeated in the regular season, but now they've won a sectional regional. They stand 22-0 coming into today. Very difficult thing to do, perhaps the most difficult thing in sports. Newcastle Trojans come in here with a fine 18-6 record. As I said, maybe a little surprised that they're here, but they have played themselves into the situation, and they're having a great year.
Okay, and of course, Jared Jeffries, of whom you spoke a moment ago, averaging 23.9 points per game, 10 rebounds per game, and almost 4 assists per game.
He's an outstanding player, as you see him out there right there in the middle of your screen, number 35. He can shoot the three, he can go to the inside and post up, and he can handle the ball. He'll play outside a lot. That'll surprise some people that have not seen him play.
Michael Lawson at 6'3", Jeffries at 6'9", jumping center. We're ready to go in game 2 of the Hinkle Semi-State. And the tip is controlled by the Cougars. This is Sean May. Over to Matt Kalua. Kalua is a very good defensive player.
And that young man with the basketball just gave it up, number 15 right there. Scott May, he's the one that makes him go. He runs the show from the point guard.
Jeffries back outside Kalua. There's Scott May. Work the ball down low to Sean May, and he banks it home, and it's 2-0 Bloomington North. 7.5 to go in the first quarter.
Great patience there by Bloomington North. Got the ball where they wanted it.
This is Chris Thurman. Back out to Lawson for 3. No. Jeffries boxes out and rebounds.
What a height advantage that Bloomington North has.
Well, they missed the shot. Battle for the board. Held ball.
That may surprise people again that you will see Jared Jeffries pull up behind that 3 line. You and I had the pleasure of seeing him play just 3 weeks ago. He will shoot the 3 with the greatest of ease. He'll also go down inside, and he can put it on the dribble. He's a pretty complete player.
And here is Corey Bennett. Nice move. Off the dribble. The shot partially blocked, though, and the rebound is Sean May. Here's Scott May. Sean May, pass deflected. Kalua. And traveling is the call.
Got caught in the middle there a little bit. When Bloomington North won the state in 1997, that was the last single class state championship that Bloomington North won. They were 28-1. The only loss that year was 81-76 to Anderson in overtime in the regular season.
Here's Bennett. Outside to Thompson. Work the ball left side. Lawson. And Michael Lawson scores. And it's 2 apiece with 6:15 to go in the first quarter.
I think that's what you're going to have to do if you're Newcastle. You're giving up so much size. You're going to have to be patient, take them off the dribble, try to use your quickness versus their size.
Scott May.
Scott May only averages 3 points a game. He just won't shoot the ball very much. He's the one that delivers it and handles it.
Jeffries out to May. Kahlua to Sean May. Jeffries. No. And the rebound is taken down by Brandon Thompson.
And Coach Bennett's saying, go, go, go. He's wanting to beat the defense back. They didn't have success in doing that. So it seems to me Newcastle wants to really push it up quickly. If they don't have the number advantage, then they're going to be plenty patient and get the shot they want.
Thurman. Beautiful move. Missed the shot. Jeffries rebounds.
Watch the 6'9" young man bring the ball up the floor.
They got Kahlua for traveling.
Had a gentleman, well, he's an official, actually told me before the game he wasn't sure that Jared Jeffries could handle the ball well enough. I think he handles it great for a 6'9" player.
He reminds me a bit of Alan Henderson, whom we saw in high school.
Good similarities to Alan. He can shoot it outside. He's quick. He dribbles the ball well. Alan did all those things as well.
Lawson. Work it to Jenkins. 45's Thompson.
Alan played at Lawrence North High School. Well, Bray Buff, excuse me, and now is playing at the Atlanta Hawks. Is that right? In the NBA?
Here's Thurman. We had him at Buff, and he would do what Jeffries has done a few times, grab the rebound, dribble the ball up court. Thompson.
Alan Henderson went to IU. Jared Jeffries going to IU. Right. So I think IU may have seen some similarities as well.
We're tied at 2 with 4:35 to go in the first quarter.
This is the tempo you would expect Newcastle to want. If they don't get an advantage, as we said earlier, they're going to be plenty patient and get the shot they want.
Thurman outside Lawson, and he hits. It's a 3 for Michael Lawson.
He has them all. Has all 5 points for Newcastle.
And Newcastle leads 5-2, but this is a terrific Bloomington North team. Kahlua to Jeffries. Out to May. That's Scott May. Bridgewaters won't go. Jenkins rebounds.
Good patience, great look by Bloomington North. Just didn't drop.
Here's Thompson with 3:45 left in the quarter. Second game, Hinkle Semi-State TV 40. 11 is Thurman.
Excuse me, Howard. Newcastle does present some problems for Bloomington North. They're quick with the dribble, but they've got to guard them up to the 3 line because they shoot it so well, and there it goes from the 3 line.
Jenkins misses, and Sean May rebounds.
And if they don't guard them up there, or if they do, they'll get beat on the dribble. So Newcastle presents some matchup problems for Bloomington North also.
Here's Bridgewaters, swings it to Kahlua for 3, and he hits. Kahlua is a very good defensive player. And that 3 ties the game at 5 with 3:05 to go in the first quarter. Bennett. Remember, Kahlua did a pretty good job on Chris Thomas when they played Pike. The game we did a few weeks ago. Here's Jenkins.
Close to a 5-second count.
2:45 left in the quarter. Work the ball down low. Back out. The free man, the jumper by Michael Lawson, who has all 7 of their points.
Got them all.
He's averaging 10.2 per game.
Great penetration that time by Jenkins. Found Lawson's man helping and kicked it out for a wide open look.
Ball knocked out of bounds by Bennett. All right, we'll pause for these words. Sean May inbounding to Mike Bridgewaters. Back outside to Sir. That's Eric Sir in there, and Bridgewaters scores. And it's now 7-7 with 2:05 to go in the first quarter.
Both teams are executing their offense very well and getting the shots they want at both ends.
That will not go. Ball saved, but it was out of bounds. And correction on that pronunciation, it's Eric Sewer. Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer is located at 1250 US 31 South in Greenwood. It's Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer. Phone 882-8425. Great deals all the time there.
I believe the last team to go undefeated and win a state championship were the Marion Giants in 1988. They went 29-0. 1985.
Boatner misses.
Lyndon Johnson.
Okay.
Jones and Edwards. They were sophomores that year.
Here's Bennett moving it across with 1.5 minutes to go in the quarter. We're tied at 7. Horan.
Jeffries may have got away with the foul right there in front of us.
Over to Thompson. Swing the ball left side to Lawson. Knotted at 7, 1:15 to go in the first quarter. Lawson, and he hits again. He has all 9 Newcastle points, and they're leading 9-7.
He only averages 10 on the year, and he has 9 already.
Sewer. Work it to Boatner. There's Boatner shooting. Sewer rebounds. Little traffic, and he hits. The 5'9" freshman. And we have 38 seconds left in the quarter. We're tied at 9. This is Horan. In some trouble. Over to Jenkins. The free man, Bennett, will not go.
Well, Bennett hit 6 of those in a row in the regional game, 6 threes in a row, but that one didn't draw iron.
We are tied at 9, 15 seconds left first quarter. Kalua holding the ball. Over to Stewart with 8 seconds. Down low Jeffries, and that counts. 4 seconds. 1 second, and that's the end of the first quarter on the IBP board. And it's Bloomington North 11, Newcastle 9. We'll be right back.
Break out of those winter blues with a pool, spa, or tanning bed now at factory direct prices. Watson's and its biggest manufacturers have gotten together to save you 20 to 60% on early buy merchandise. Discounted pools by Jacuzzi, Home and Roam, and Aqualeader, plus free installation and 6 months same as cash. Cal Spas and Viking Spas at factory prices and free installation. Factory direct tanning beds, 18 on display, $14.99 beds, now only $8.88. That's Watson's factory direct sale. Sale ends Sunday, March 19th.
You go to Bloomington, you want to get great deals all year long, go to Bloomington Ford. Go with a winner, go to Bloomington Ford. There are 4 Burger King locations in Bloomington. Burger King before or after the game. It's March Mania at Bob Roman's Indy Honda. Bob Roman slam dunks the competition with unbelievable prices. They'll meet or beat any price or give you $500 in cash. That's Bob Roman's Indy Honda. Love Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Central Indiana's needs since 1920. They're a full-service heating and cooling dealer. That's Love Heating and Air Conditioning. We get ready for period 2.
If you're Newcastle, thank God for Michael Lawson. He had all of their 9 points in that first quarter. No one else has been able to get a basket down, whereas Bloomington North has 5 different people that have a single basket apiece.
11-9 in favor of the Cougars. And they have the ball. That's Kalua.
It's 1-3-1 zone, and Newcastle traps when the ball goes in the corner.
Kalua fumbled it. Sewer picked it up, but he's in trouble, and they tie him up in a held ball.
The Newcastle ball because Bloomington North just had the possession. And Tom McKinney's going to take a 20-second timeout real quick. 12 seconds ago, he had a timeout, but he saw something he needs to fix. So
we'll stay right here. Timeout, 7:48 to go in the half. Go to Hubler Nissan and Hubler Acura for great savings during their tax sales. They're located at US 31 near Perry Meridian High School. Hubler Acura is on Pike Plaza near Lafayette Square. Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury is located at the intersection of State Road 3 and 38. They have over $1 million worth of pre-owned inventory. And go to Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury. Say hello to GM Bob Hughes.
This tempo certainly favors Newcastle because they wanted a low-scoring game, as we said before, and Bloomington North likes an up-tempo game. They averages 74 points a game on the season.
Here's Jeffries, opening moment, period 2. Jeffries shoots and hits. Now, Dave, as Dennis Casey points out, we have not had a foul as yet.
Well, both teams are playing position defense. Newcastle's in a zone, so it's not like the first game this afternoon where we had man-on-man and a lot of driving. Newcastle's doing a nice job of screening away from the ball to free up their shooters.
We're a minute into the second quarter. Jenkins out to Thompson. In some trouble. Took the ball to Lawson. This is Jenkins. And he hits. It's a 3.
He wasn't one of them that run the string the other night. Corey Bennett had 6 in a row in that ball game the other night from the 3 line, and Horan had 6 of 6 in the ball game.
1-point lead for the Cougars, and they have the ball. Kalua over to Jeffries. Papa John's in Broad Ripple, 251-7272. Papa John's Pizza.
Tom McKinney up just out of our screen there, positioning where he wanted his offensive players to get to the spot.
Boatner misses, but Sewer rebounds.
It's that height advantage, and Newcastle fans think they're fouling, but when you're disadvantaged at the height, you really have to check out hard.
And May's got it, and he's fouled. Sean May counts in a foul.
Going to see a replay of Sean May, and what a big kid he is for only a sophomore. He makes a strong turn, and you know, as you watch Newcastle there, Thompson just has nothing to do with that. He's giving up 4 inches in size and about 25 pounds.
All right.
From another site, it's just been reported that Marion has beaten Penn, and so Marion will be in the championship game tonight at Lafayette.
May completes the 3-point play, giving them a 4-point lead. At the other end, this is Jenkins. He scored a moment ago, drained a 3. Guarded by May. 5:45 to go, first half. There's a foul. It is against Bloomington North.
Going to be on Eric Shore. His
First foul of the game. Eric Sewer commits it. How often do you see a game, 5 minutes, 40 seconds left in the first half, and that's your first foul of the game? May intercepts the pass. He's got Sewer on his left.
Nice pass.
And Sewer inside in the hoop for Jeffries.
Terry Jeffries came along and just cleaned up on the bank boards and put it down.
Trailed the play very effectively. He rejects that shot, knocks it out of bounds.
Jeffries at this end says, get it out of here. We're sitting here at the 6-point margin now in favor of Bloomington North. And I think Newcastle's Coach Bennett's worst nightmare is occurring. He did not want Bloomington North to create a lead and get control of the game.
Well, they're up by 6 now. It's a 3-point lead. Lawson, I beg your pardon, that was Thompson who hit that. Brandon Thompson, that makes it 18-15. Newcastle is 3 of 7 from 3-point land.
They've got 4 young men that can really shoot the ball from the 3 line very well.
The cutter is Kalua, dishes off inside to May, and Sean May scores, and the Cougars are playing their game now. They're in the flow.
Give Matt Kalua a lot of credit. He drew the defensive help, he drew the wraparound pass, and that left Sean May uncontested.
And here's an offensive foul, I believe, on Horan. Here's a replay, Horan's first personal. Dave?
Here's the replay as you see. A little bit of acting there. There was some contact. Probably a good call.
Hey, you go to college, you take acting courses.
Probably a good call.
Kalua. The rebound taken by Thompson. Up court, Lawson. And a long one by Thompson. He did it again. Brandon Thompson has hit 2 quick threes, and they're within 2 points.
Thompson is their center. Stepping out behind that 3 line, back-to-back threes. Nothing makes the lead disappear quicker than that 3-point line.
All right, Cougar ball. And a driving one-hander there by Kelvin Boatner.
Acrobatic
shot there.
Oh, an acrobatic shot by Boatner.
4-point Bloomington North lead. At the other end, the shot won't fall for Horan. And Jeffries rebounds.
Seems like the last minute or two, the pace of game has picked up. I think that favors Bloomington North.
Sewer hits a 3. And Bloomington North has opened up its biggest lead. 7 points. Outside to Thompson. Over to Jenkins.
One thing about Thompson playing outside, he forces 6'8" Sean May to come away from the basket, takes him away from rebounding position.
Right. Thompson misses the shot. Here's Kalua.
Once again, Coach McKinney is pulling his players up to the spot he wants them versus his zone.
Kalua. May is deep. And they'll count it. It counts in a foul for Sean May.
Sean's 6 points in this quarter, 8 in the ball game. And between he and Jeffries, they're a handful down there. And then you throw Bridgewater's in there. You go see the replay. Watch the strength of this sophomore, Sean May. Just up and through. Nothing can happen there except a foul.
Visit Stephen Olds Honda in Bloomington. They have high-quality cars and great deals. That's Stephen Olds Honda, 300 West 11th Street. Call them 1-800-515-CARS. May at the line. Does not complete the 3-point play. Misses the free throw. It's a 9-point game.
Well, that Scott May get away with a grab there. And he did it very quickly, and I think he did it quicker than what the referees could see. It happened directly in front of us here.
52 is Wes Ireton. Bloomington North on a 7-0 run now. And they're up by 9. Here's Thurman. Ireton. Jeffries rebounds, and here come the Cougars. Nice pass for May, who lays it in.
What body control for a sophomore. Probably weighs 230 pounds, 6'8", and he handled that in stride, never missed a beat.
You know, Dave, we saw this against Pike a few weeks ago. Once Bloomington North gets in the flow and gets in their game, they're unstoppable.
Right.
Timeout. 2:19 to go, first half. An 11-point Cougar lead. We'll be right back.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Checking out colleges.
Hey, let's check out Indiana State.
Let's go to admission.
Awesome.
Indiana State.
Now that's the way college is supposed to be.
Love Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Central Indiana's needs since 1920. Love Heating and Air Conditioning is a full-service heating and cooling dealer. Their phone number is 353-2141. For great deals all year, go to Bloomington Ford. Go with a winner. Go to Bloomington Ford. There are 4 Burger King locations in Bloomington. Burger King before or after the game. Jenkins, you talk about a cross-court pass. There's Lawson.
Tell you what
rebound taken by
Bloomington North is so big. They're coming out and challenging those 3-point shooters from Newcastle with their hand up, and they're getting help side from the back. So Newcastle's going to try to throw the skip pass and get the shot up behind the defense before they recover.
Sean May rebounded.
I think sometimes you do live by the three. Dennis Case asked me about that, and I think you do sometimes you live and die by the three-point shot. And one thing about it, if you're Newcastle, you know you can get back in the ball game if 2 or 3 of those drop, so they'll keep shooting them.
Bridgewater misses, but Jeffries follows.
That's a 1-2 punch. Bridgewater, and then here comes 6'8" Jeffries in there, actually 6'9".
And the Cougars have their biggest lead, 13 points. Throwing it up and missing is Jenkins, out of bounds.
Foul called on there, and it's going to be on Mike Bridgewater. That's unfortunate. Bridgewater's had control of it. The ball was jarred loose, and then he committed a foul. Watch this. I think you'll see Mike Bridgewater. See, he kind of has control of the ball, and it squirts out. And he definitely goes across the arms, commits a foul.
The Cougars in the last 3 minutes are on an 11-0 run. That won't fall for Bennett. And here comes Jeffries.
6'9" point guard.
Banks it home.
Tell me he can't handle the ball well enough. I think he can.
He's got 5 field goals for 10. Jenkins. Back out to Ireton. 40 seconds left in the half. The run continues. Lawson misses the shot.
And the coaches from Bloomington North say, slow it down. Let's take the last one. We've got a 15-point lead. We might get to either a 17 or even an 18-point lead. Let's take the last one.
25 seconds left to go. We are in the first half, and the Cougars lead by 15.
What a quick first half. Only 5 total team fouls called in the whole half. 2 on Bloomington North, 3 on Newcastle. So it's been a very quick first half.
9 seconds. Sewer. No. Tip no. 1 second. Oh, it hit the rim. That would have counted had it gone. And that's the end of the first half on the IBP board. The score, Bloomington North 33, Newcastle 18. We'll be right back.
Things to avoid baldness. How about one that works? Polygraft guarantees a cosmetically significant increase in hair density. Call Images of Indiana for the Polygraft information packet at 1-800-334-6161. At 1-800-334-6161.
Howard Kellman, Dave Nicholson, there's your halftime score. The undefeated Cougars leading 33-18. Dave, let's go to the first half highlights.
All right, first of all, you're going to see number 13 from Bloomington North, Matt Kalula. There it is, a 3-point shot. Right back down, you're going to see from Newcastle, number 32, Josh Jenkins bury a 3. There he is on the screen. Thompson from Newcastle, a 3-pointer. They just didn't get enough of them. Now Bloomington North, number 41, to the basket, Sean May on a very smooth move for 6'8". Now you're going to see a shot, pass, and here comes Jared Jeffries in to put it down after a miss by Sean May. The stats in the first half, look at Bloomington North shooting. 15 of 25 for 60%, outstanding. Newcastle only 7 of 22. That height of Bloomington North has taken its toll for a 32% shooting for Newcastle. 3-point shots, Bloomington North hits 1/3 of them, 2 of 6. Newcastle shot 13 threes, but only hit 4 of them, 31%. They haven't been able to duplicate that regional shooting that they displayed earlier this week. Free throws, unbelievable. Only 2 free throws taken in the entire first half. Both of those by Bloomington North. They hit 1 of them. Turnovers, excellent floor game played by both teams. Bloomington North has turned it over 3 times. Newcastle only 2. Rebounds, there's the domination. 9 rebound advantage by Bloomington North. They have 17 to only 8 rebounds for Newcastle.
All right, well done, Dave. We'll be back with period 3 after these words.
McCool's Flooring is your Mohawk Industries outlet. We carry the complete lineup of Mohawk companies, including Mohawk Carpet, Karastan, Horizon, Galaxy, Aladdin, and Kidproof. If you're looking for a great value on the best brands in the flooring industry, check out McCool's Flooring Outlet. We also carry a full line of hardwoods, sheet vinyl, vinyl tile, ceramic tile, and laminate, discounted every day. When you're ready to beautify your home and save money, shop McCool's Flooring Outlet at either of our 2 locations, on US 31 South Kokomo or in the Village Park Plaza, Westfield.
For great deals all year long, go to Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer at 1250 US 31 South in Greenwood. Phone 882-8425. Howard Kellman, Dave Nicholson, we get ready for period 3. Can Newcastle get back in this game?
They're going to have a much tougher time than we saw earlier in the afternoon. Jeffersonville was able to get back in because they had size and quickness. Newcastle does not have size and quickness, and particularly size. And that second quarter was a disaster with Bloomington North scoring 22 points to only 6 by Newcastle.
Once Bloomington North gets in the flow, they're tough to stop.
I like what they did there. They didn't hurry, and they punch it in and get the foul because, again, any team that comes back from 15 down is going to have to get to the free throw line, make a few free throws along the way. If I'm Newcastle, I keep driving it to the hole and putting the defensive pressure on Bloomington North.
Matt Kalua's first personal. And there's a low one. It's good, and that's Josh Jenkins for 3.
He hit one in the first quarter, so he's capable of making that 3.
We did not have one foul the first 12 minutes of the game. Already one picked up quickly here. Deflection, interception. Lawson's got it. Lawson scored their first 9 points.
What I saw in that possession was Newcastle packed their zone way in, tempting Bloomington North to shoot threes. North tried to force it in.
And it had eyes for Brandon Thompson. They've cut it to 10. They've scored the first 5 points of the third quarter as Newcastle. Timeout. Bloomington North on the IBP board. The Cougars by 10. We'll be right back.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that technicians will continue to be among the fastest growing occupations through 2005. That's why at ITT Tech, we offer technology-focused programs that can help you begin to prepare for a variety of entry-level technician positions. To learn more about how ITT Tech can help you begin to prepare for some of today's and tomorrow's career fields, call 1-800-ITT-TECH today.
Papa John's Pizza in Broad Ripple. Phone 251-7272. Papa John's Pizza. Here's Eric Sewer. He's number 11. He's got it over to Matt Kalua. Down low to May, and it had eyes for Sean May.
Turned out to be a great timeout for Tom McKinney of Bloomington North to come out and get a basket. And he had to stop the bleeding as Newcastle had run off 5 straight. That's the way you want to come out of the locker room for your Newcastle.
6.5 to go in the third quarter. You know, you look at May at 6'8", Jeffries at 6'9". That's tough for Newcastle to contend with those two. Thompson.
He hit 2 threes there in the first half. He didn't have any success on that one. But, yeah, you see how the defense is really sagging in, and all the green shirts are free throw line or below.
Jeffries grabbed the rebound, and May scores. Sean May now has 6 field goals and a free throw for 13.
That was, I tell you what, as Newcastle takes a timeout, Bloomington North is doing a great job, even though it's a sagging defense, of ball reversal and then into the post.
Timeout, and we'll tell you that it's March Mania at Bob Roman's Indy Honda. They slam dunk the competition with unbelievable prices. They'll meet or beat any price, or they'll give you $500 in cash. Bob Roman's Indy Honda. Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury is located at the intersection of State Road 3 and 38. Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury has over $1 million worth of inventory. That's Newcastle. All right, our championship game, the winner of this game versus Jeffersonville, which beat Warren Central.
It'll be a great game regardless of who wins this one, so I encourage people to come down and see it tonight.
Here's Jenkins. The Trojans are down 14, 5:45 to go, third quarter. Jenkins flings it out of bounds off Kalua's leg.
Newcastle's done a great job. They're setting a high pick up above the top of the three-point line to enter their offense, and that opens up a switch, and it gets a quicker player on a bigger man. That's why they've been able to drive, and they're using that entry very well. Now they just throw it out of bounds. Unforced error.
Those are the kind of turnovers that really hurt.
Especially when you're down 14. That hurts more.
5:42 left in the third quarter. We'll be back here tonight for the championship game.
Here comes that 1-3-1 zone. You can see it now as the camera spans down to the Newcastle 1-3-1, and they're really shagging it in tight.
Well, they're the championship game at 10 o'clock. Here is Matt Kalua, 5'9" senior. Sewer to Kalua. 31 is Boatner. Jeffries, and he hits. He's got a nice touch from wherever he is on the court.
He has a nice touch, but he has tremendous body control. A lot of people would have charged there, and I think they're going to see Thompson, number 45, there. It should be his foul, and I think that's who they got. It's just an illegal screen away from the ball. Fans behind us dressed in green disagree, but it was a correct call.
Go to Hubler Nissan and Hubler Acura for great savings all year. That's Hubler Nissan. Say hello to John Hubler, US 31 near Perry Meridian High School, and Hubler Acura on Pike Plaza near Lafayette Square. 4:55 to go in the third quarter. Boatner inside to May, and he scores. And the Cougars are pouring it on. They now lead by 18 points.
They scored 4 field goals, all within 3 feet of the basket. May has 3 of them. Jeffries 1. That's intelligent basketball by Bloomington. Take advantage of the size once again.
Thompson. And Jenkins' shot is no good.
6'9" point guard.
Jeffries.
I love it. I love it when he takes off on the dribble. People tell me he can't dribble. He can dribble.
In the last 8 minutes, Bloomington North's been on a 19-5 run. And they've opened up their biggest lead of the game, 18 points. Timeout. 4:24, third quarter remaining on the IBP board. 18-point Cougar lead. We'll be right back.
Things to avoid baldness. How about one that works? Polygraft guarantees a cosmetically significant increase in hair density. Call Images of Indiana for the Polygraft information packet at 1-800-334-6161. At 1-800-334-6161.
Visit Stephen Olds Honda in Bloomington for their high-quality cars and great deals. That's Stephen Olds Honda, 300 West 11th Street. You can call them at 1-800-515-CARS. Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer is located at 1250 US 31 South in Greenwood. That's Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer in Greenwood. Phone 882-8425.
We come back. Jared Jeffries waiting there at the free throw line to get his free tosses.
All right, our championship game, as we've told you, 10 o'clock tonight. The winner of this game against Jeffersonville.
There again, that's a free throw line. The young man you're looking at, number 35, Jared Jeffries, perhaps the leading candidate for Mr. Basketball. People want to see your Indiana All-Stars. You're definitely looking at an All-Star and probably Mr. Basketball.
And he makes that one. Of course, Sean May, with his talent at 6'8", only a sophomore, Dave.
Well, if, you know, like college kids skip their last 2 years and go to pros, I suspect some college would take Sean May if you could, if it were legal to do that before you graduate from high school.
He's such a creative guy, you know, always coming up with ideas.
He's going to get better and better.
And a long one that is good, and that is a 3.
Sure.
Chris Thurman. Chris Thurman's first 3 points of the game.
I had the wrong number 11 scoring there.
Newcastle is 6 of 16 from three-point range in this game, and as we told you, they had 14 consecutive threes against Pike on Wednesday. That ended a 10-0 Bloomington North run. That bucket did. And that is Boatner missing. And the rebound taken by Jenkins. Guarded by Jeffries. 3.5 to go, third quarter. 17-point lead for the Cougars.
Cougars have really paid attention to Michael Lawson since that first quarter.
Jenkins hits a 3. Well, that's 2 in a row, 12 more, and they'll equal their performance the other day.
That's his 3rd one in the ball game. But Michael Lawson, you remember, started out with the first 9 points of the game and hasn't scored since. Right. So give Bloomington North credit for finding him and saying, hey, we're not going to let him have any more open shots.
They need about 14 in a row to get back in the game. Jeffries is deep, and that will not fall, but he's fouled.
He got pushed. It's just tough when you're 6'2 and 6'3 down in there trying to root out a 6'9 with great leaping ability. And then when you throw another 6'8 in there, you're going to see a replay on this. Here's Jeffries establishing good post position. The foul was not on Thompson, who was guarding him, but the foul was on number 32, Jenkins, who came over to help on him.
Jeffries makes the free throw. For great deals all year long, go to Bloomington Ford. Go with a winner. Go to Bloomington Ford.
Coach McKinney, the last 5 years at Bloomington North, they've won 122 games, lost only 18 games in 5 years.
Jenkins, guarded by Jeffries outside. 2:40 to go, 3rd quarter.
Got a feel for Coach Bennett right now. What do you do? I mean, just what he's doing. Keep working, trying to get the shots like
Thurman
that.
hits a jumper.
But you need quicker baskets as you're down 14 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the 3rd. But you've got to get good quality shots, and it takes a while against that defense of the Cougars to get that shot.
On the baseline, and offensive foul on Boatner. Kelvin Boatner commits the personal.
Calvin didn't agree with that. There's always a question on a charged block. Got to shake it off, just come back and defend. You're still ahead 14.
Mike Bridgewater's checking in.
Probably a good sub there by Coach McKinney to take Boatner out. He was a little upset, thinking that call was wrong. Let him get settled down, then get him back in the ballgame.
Jenkins. On the baseline, the shot is rejected by May. Terrific block.
Sean May, perfect timing with his left hand. Nothing but basketball.
1:45 to go, 3rd quarter.
Here in front of us, Bloomington North just says, okay, we're up 14. If you don't want to come out and loosen that defense up a little, we'll just stay out here and let the clock run. I think that's the smart thing to do, because they've been packing all their defense. Newcastle below the foul line. You're ahead 14. Bloomington North has to play another game. If they win, it's saving your legs. You've got a comfortable lead. Why not?
They've only committed 4 fouls. Bloomington North has in the entire game. And we've only had 10 fouls total in this game.
A very unusual circumstance with those numbers on fouls, but Bloomington North has played position defense. And here comes Newcastle in the 1-3-1 trapping zone defense.
Bloomington North is up by 14, and we have a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
If Bloomington North uses ball fakes and throws sharp passes, that 1-3-1 cannot steal the ball.
Kalua playing catch with Sewer.
But if you're a defensive coach, you say, okay, we're going to touch one of these, they're going to get careless, and we're going to deflect it and get a possession.
40 seconds left. He's double-teamed in a foul.
Yep.
And I think it was Thurman, number 11, who reached in and got committed
exactly
the foul.
Right, Howard. And I thought they were going to let that go, but it was directly in front of us, and Thurman chopped him across the yard. You're going to see it here as number 11 in green comes in as Bridgewaters has the ball, and there he goes right across his arms. We really had a better view than what our camera had on that one. It was obviously a foul.
30 seconds left, 3rd quarter. Cougar ball, and they lead by 14.
There's an unsung hero, number 43, right there at the ball. Bridgewaters, he's done a wonderful job. He provides strength and muscle in the boards. As if
they need
Sean May and Jeffries aren't enough. He is a horse inside and does a great job. That's why he's in the middle of that zone. You got to have a strong player that will not give up the ball easily.
Work the ball down low, and a foul with 4.9 seconds left in the quarter.
If you're Tom McKinney, it couldn't have worked out much better. You used up 1 minute and 30 seconds. You still got your 14-point lead, and you've got Sean May shooting free throws. That was what the strategy was designed to do.
All right, Dave, Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury is located at the intersection of State Road 3 and 38. They've got great inventory. That's Newcastle Ford Lincoln Mercury in Newcastle. Was over there the other day, in fact.
Sean May's 18th point, and again, I've never ceased to amaze at how well he plays for only a 10th grader.
Yes. And, of course, his dad, Scott May, former IU great.
He reminds me a lot of his father in the way he shoots the basketball, and he has great body control. And you called it, Howard. I saw you give that travel sign, and you were right.
I'm thinking of going into officiating in the offices.
But Sean
Thurman
May,
committed the foul.
you've got the personality for it. I never did like officials very well.
All right. Thurman called for traveling, and Dennis Casey said Dave also refereed unofficially. And that's the end of the third quarter. On the IBP board, a 16-point lead for Bloomington North. We'll be right back.
IBP in Logansport, a leader in the pork industry, is looking for good people now. IBP is excited to announce they have raised their starting production wage to $9 an hour. If you qualify for a grade 1 or higher position, your pay could be accelerated with the Quick Start program up to $10.85 an hour. Maintenance positions start at $10.30 an hour, with grade pay up to $14.60 an hour. To apply, call 1-800-728-2709 or apply in person at the plant on the 35 bypass in Logansport. IBP is an equal opportunity employer.
Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer is located at 1250 US 31 South in Greenwood. That's Reeves Buick Pontiac Hummer in Greenwood, 882-8425. You want to go to a great car dealer in Bloomington? Go to Bloomington Ford. They're located near Bloomington South High School. Go with a winner. Go to Bloomington Ford. I'm Howard Kellman, along with Dave Nicholson, our executive producer. Dennis Casey, statistician David Casey, director Dave West. Deirdre Hutton is handling the graphics. Our audio man is Greg Gokenauer. Rick Martin and Mark McNeil are the engineers. Our camera people, John Smith, Keith Kamara, Brad Palmer, Pete Lance, and Eric Horst. Thanks to all of them for making it possible.
Well, actually, that was a very even third quarter with Bloomington North scoring 14. Newcastle scored 13, but unfortunately, Newcastle started the quarter down 15, and now they're down 16.
All right, here's Jeffries, opening moment, period 4. Sewer to May.
There's a trap in that 1-3-1. And if you're Newcastle, you got to pull all the stops right now and just come at them. You're down 16. You've got nothing to lose. I'm surprised they don't really just get after him belly up and make some steals or get some fouls called.
Right. And a deflection, a near steal. Jeffries taking the initiative.
Pass. Basket will not count. They called it foul before the shot.
You know, we've seen little of Scott May since early in the ball game.
That really surprised me because he does a great job of running the ball club, and I don't know the circumstances on that. Maybe he's not feeling well or whatever, but he really quarterbacks the ball club well.
Okay.
Shork has come in and done well, though, number 11 for them. Really played a nice ball game.
Here's Kalua. To Sewer. Bridgewater to May.
Very disciplined Bloomington North team. They had some shots, but they weren't really good ones. And Coach McKinney says, we want good ones, and they've listened. That's why they're undefeated.
Yep. Bridgewater. And Sean May misses. Followed by Jeffries. No basket.
He drew the foul, but it was before the shot. So it'll be a common foul again. And that is the 7th team foul on Newcastle, so Jeffries will get a bonus. The foul was on Thompson. 42, excuse me.
All right, we'll pause. 6:51 to go in the game on the IBP board. The Cougars by 16. We'll be right back.
lot of things to avoid baldness. How about one that works? Polygraft guarantees a cosmetically significant increase in hair density. Call Images of Indiana for the Polygraft information packet at 1-800-334-6161. At 1-800-334-6161.
It's March Mania at Bob Rohrman's Indy Honda. They slam dunk the competition with unbelievable prices. They'll meet or beat any price or give you $500 in cash. Bob Rohrman's Indy Honda. All right, Dave Nicholson, 6:51 to go. And
you know,
neither team has scored in this quarter.
Well, some people say, why would Bloomington North be spreading the court? Why not? You've got a 16-point lead. You know you're going to have to play another ball game tonight. You rest your people, but also you don't take a chance on losing the game. Newcastle has put them in the bonus, so they're going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Move the ball, get the shot you want, or just don't shoot it. In other words, Bloomington North is definitely playing against 6 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock. They're no longer playing against Newcastle.
All right, visit Stephen Olds Honda in Bloomington for their high-quality cars and great deals. That's Stephen Olds Honda, 300 West 11th Street. Call 1-800-515-CARS. Jared Jeffries at the line. He has scored 15, make it 16, on 6 field goals, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 17-point lead, and those are the first 2 points of the fourth quarter. 6:45 to go. Jenkins. And the jumper won't go for Bennett. And Jeffries rebounds.
Jeffries just kind of explodes up. He jumps very quickly. That's another thing that similarity with he and Alan Henderson. Alan Henderson was the quickest post player that I've ever seen with his feet. You'd think you had him checked out, and you look around, he's inside you on the board.
And, of course, the winner of this game meets Jeffersonville in the championship game tonight. We'll air it at 10 p.m. 6:10 to go in the game. 18-point lead for the Cougars. Make it a 20-point lead as Bridgewater scores, and they can pace themselves a bit now. And
yeah, what an unselfish play that was by Sean May. He could have easily powered that up, but Bridgewater was standing there wide open, so he passed it over to Mike Bridgewater, gave him an easy basket.
Here is Thurman. 5:45 to go. Lawson. Look at Jeffries go up as the rebound taken away, though, by Jenkins.
Well, Jared Jeffries got just a little bit loose with the ball there, a little bit careless, and Newcastle stripped him.
And they're up by 20 are the Cougars. 5.5 to go in the game. Oh, here we are at the Hinkle Fieldhouse, and Butler had a terrific year, but tough loss yesterday.
What a heartbreaker there against Florida yesterday. And, you know, I probably shouldn't even say this, but they took 3 really, really questionable calls late and survived it. I know Barry Collier is not going to use that as an excuse. He has done an excellent job here at Butler. He also had an 83% shooter at the line, didn't make either one of them, so they could have won in spite of that. Wonderful year for Butler. I believe yesterday they were going for 16th straight win.
Right.
So just an outstanding job by the Bulldogs and Barry Collier. He does that every year.
Thompson misses. Bridgewater's rebounds. And here's Kalua. Over to May. 20-point Bloomington North lead. 5 minutes to go in the game.
Not much Newcastle can do. You're giving up size. You're giving up quickness. Both teams have shown really good coaching today, so my hat's off to Coach Bennett and to Coach McKinney for their preparation for this game. But there just comes a time that when you run up against great size and good talent that you're going to have a tough afternoon, and that's what's happened, in my opinion, to Newcastle as they trail by 20.
Here's Kalua.
Now Bennett is calling for a certain guy to foul, and he doesn't want to just foul the 86% shooters, but he's up when, and I'll try to pick out who it is. I haven't been able to pick it up, and obviously his team hasn't yet.
Here is
I don't think we want to follow Sean May because he's pretty good free thrower.
And there's the foul. It is committed by Horan.
Yep, we'll see if Matt Kalua is the one they wanted up there.
4:12 to go, and Bloomington North leads by 20.
Shooting one in the bonus for Bloomington North, number 15, Matt Kalua.
at the line.
You don't bring your reserves in quite this soon with 4 minutes and 12 seconds, because the last thing you want to do is to let Newcastle hit 2 or 3 threes and then have to bring them back in. So I'd wait until about 3 minutes and then rest my reserves.
Yeah, with the thinking he's got another game to go tonight.
Yep, high school kids should be able to play 2 in 1 game.
All right, we'll pause for these words.
Break out of those winter blues with a pool, spa, or tanning bed now at factory direct prices. Watson's and its biggest manufacturers have gotten together to save you 20 to 60% on early buy merchandise. Discounted pools by Jacuzzi, Home and Roam, and Aqua Leader, plus free installation and 6 months same as cash. Cal Spas and Viking Spas at factory prices and free installation. Factory direct tanning beds, 18 on display, $14.99 beds, now only $8.88. That's Watson's factory direct sale. Sale ends Sunday, March 19th.
Selman, Dave Nicholson back at Hinkle Fieldhouse.
It was Kalua apparently won the foul, because as soon as he touched it again, they fouled him and go to put him right back up there.
They're down 20, are the Trojans. Give them credit to get this far. Beat a very good Pike team the other day. Go to Hubler Nissan and Hubler Acura for great savings year-round. Hubler Nissan at US 31 near Perry Meridian High School. Hubler Acura on Pike Plaza near Lafayette Square. Kalua makes the free throw.
Well, Kalua is a 60% shooter on the year, so that's why they're wanting to foul him. The next lowest percentage that's on the floor is Scott May. He's not out there right now. So the rest of them are well, Bridgewater. You know, if Bridgewater's the one, but he hadn't touched the ball, number 43, because he's in the 43% range.
And a foul is Jenkins had the ball, and he's fouled. It is on Sean May. First and the team's third. With 3:54 to go, been a bit of an uninspiring fourth quarter.
Well, when there's that big a margin, it's going to be sloppy.
Well, there's something, and there's Corey Bennett hitting a three. And those are the first 3 points Newcastle has scored in this fourth quarter with 3:38 to go in the game.
Now, Bloomington North has only committed 5 total team fouls in this game, and what's interesting about that, on that last foul, Tom McKinney jumped all over his kid for fouling. That's only their 5th in the day. But I can see why. When you're up this big, you don't want to stop the clock and put Newcastle at the line.
Sure, to Jeffries. All the way, let's see, and a foul is on Bennett. With 3:14 to go.
Corey Bennett committed that foul. He just hit the 3 at the other end, and that was the only basket he's made all day. And Jeffries just beat him a step, and you saw what happened. Bennett came across with the left arm, and it'd be a 2-shot foul.
He didn't waste any time. Just took the ball and shot it. Didn't bounce it. Or
he's got a nice rhythm, no dribble. Just puts it up and in. He's had a nice balanced game. That's 9 points in this half. He's had 10 in the first half. There's 10 each half for 20 points.
Beautiful touch.
Jeffries. And I think we're about 10 or 15 seconds away from Tom McKinney pulling his starters and saying, okay, let's start thinking about tonight. Might be right here if Sean May finishes.
May's fouled by Thompson. The ball thrown right into May's hands.
What a wonderful job again by a 6'8" guy protecting that ball and drawing the foul. Most big guys can't dribble and walk.
All right, Dave, we'll pause for these words.
For your next fundraising event, let Huffman Enterprises help with Zappa Snack French bread pizzas. These quality, microwavable pizzas are perfect to raise money for your organization. They're quick, convenient, and priced at or below supermarket prices. Put quality back into fundraising with Zappa Snack. And for your special events, rent a cotton candy machine, a hot dog warmer, or popcorn maker from Huffman Enterprises. Call 643-0549.
On May at the line. Makes that one. It is 55-34, and the Cougars have their biggest lead. They led by 2 at the quarter, by 15 at the half, by 16 after 3 quarters. May makes the free throw. Thurman out to Thompson, and a three.
Big boy can shoot the basketball. That's his third tray today.
Brandon Thompson has 11 points. Little ball handling by Jeffries. Bridgewater's could have called a foul there.
Actually, Bennett was wanting the foul to be called, and they didn't choose to call it, but he definitely grabbed him.
They're moving the ball around very nicely.
There he is again. They fouled Kalua about 3 or 4 times, and finally they do call it. They almost undressed him. He tucked his shirt, and I was worried about the shoes and other things going.
All right, 2:25 to go. It's a 19-point lead. Matt Kalua at the line. The Cougars are undefeated, on their way to making it 24-0. Kalua hits the free throw to give him a 20-point lead. And here is Adam Benton in the game for Newcastle, number 40.
Adam Benton is a senior for the Newcastle Trojans.
And he replaces Michael Lawson, who leads with 9 points, the first 9 points that Newcastle scored in the game.
First 9 points of the game, and then Bloomington North locked up on him, and he wasn't able to get another point the rest of the way.
And it's a game of adjustments. 2:19 to go. We talk about hoisting one up there. Benton missed it.
Well, it's his last game, and he's only got 2 minutes left in his career. He says, I'm going to get in the book if I can. Can't blame him. I know he's worked hard over his career to be a part of this Newcastle basketball team and their program.
Here's Jeffries out to May. A minute 55 to go. And
they're going to send Kalua back to the line once again. One thing he's getting is a lot of free throw practice.
Dennis Casey asked Dave off the air, when did you decide at what point you stop fouling?
I would stop right now. Yeah. And some coaches take a time after a made basket, not in your last game of the year. You're down 21 points, minute 55. I'd play solid defense, but I don't think I'd keep fouling. There's no way that Newcastle can back in. And here comes the bench players, what we thought would happen about a minute ago. Bridgewater's going out. Sean May's going out. I think if I was Coach McKinney, I'd think about getting Jared Jeffries out of there so that we wouldn't get an ankle injury and arrest him and so on.
Now let's see if that happens right now. As Dan Christie will check into the game, and he'll replace Eric Sewer. And here come a couple of more substitutions, and I think Jeffries will be sitting down in a moment. 1:55 to go, and the Cougars are ahead by 21. And Jeffries will get a nice hand. Listen to it as he sits down.
Well deserved.
Josh Gervin replaces him. He scored 20, hit for 12, and grabbed 12 rebounds.
Double-double, plus he played guard and handled the ball very well.
And he's an excellent free throw shooter, Dave. And, of course, he'll be attending IU, and they can use some good news after what happened last night.
Tough way to end the year.
59-37, a minute 50 to go. Minyard out to Benton. All over but the final minute 40. The Cougars ahead by 22. They'll play Jeffersonville in the semi-state championship tonight. Christie into the lane.
Nice fake.
Hold everything. The ball stuck.
That was Clay Ludlow, I believe, that made that move, a 6'6 junior. He dove on the ball up here and made a save to his teammate and then ran the court, flash cut the middle, got it, and I thought made a great move to the basket. And it takes a little ability to stick that ball between the rim and the backboard.
Clay Ludlow at the free throw line.
You're right. Casey said I'd had to get a ladder to get that down. It had to have been a tall ladder. When we played pickup ball, though, if you stuck it between the rim and the basket, you counted it. It takes more skill to do that than it does to throw it in the ring. So it would have counted. We'd have counted it too.
All right. The layup is missed by Boslag. And a whistle with 1:16 to go. Christie at the line.
It's a good point. I see Alan Darner and his wife were seated down in the end zone from Pike High School. And he's got to wonder how in the world could Newcastle shoot so well on Wednesday night and then come out here and shoot this way today.
6,078 on hand today. We'll be back here tonight. Dan Christie at the free throw line. Free throw no good. Here is Minyard.
Newcastle's 14 of 20 of 38. 36%.
That shot was somewhat off. That three-point attempt.
We've got some guys just having a little bit of fun here at the end of the game, and why not? They've worked since October like everybody else in uniform. Let them get their strokes in and get their shots in and get their touches in.
Paul Champion making that spinning move and foul. I don't know if I've ever seen a guy spin that close to the baseline. 1 minute to go. That close to the baseline of the basket, but he spun around and drew a foul.
Well, Clay Ledlow there at the line is a junior, so I imagine Coach Bennett is looking for him to help out a great deal. Is that Paul Champion? I'm looking at the wrong one. I apologize.
Champion makes that one.
He is a senior, so he is his last one.
58 seconds left. And as Casey said, Paul Champion looks like a champion. Should we go any further?
23.
Dan Christie hits. It's a three. 40 seconds to go. There's a long one by Boozlong. It's good. Chad Boozlong.
Well, let me congratulate Coach Bennett and the Newcastle Trojans. Steve Bennett's done a wonderful job over there. They're going to finish the season 18-7, but they can hang their hat on a sectional championship, a regional championship, and an outstanding year in the North Central Conference. And they were the team here today that people would not have picked to be here.
Right.
So they got here with an upset.
Very well said. Number 1 versus number 3 this evening. And with an opening and laying it up and in is Nate Minyard.
Nice take by Nate.
And it counts in a foul. Number 1, Bloomington North against number 3, Jeffersonville in our championship game tonight, which will be aired at 10 p.m. Minyard at the line.
That foul was on Clay Ledlow. That's the 6'6" junior from Bloomington.
Minyard makes the free throw. Completes the three-point play. How many Nates? You had Nate Thurman, Nate Archibald.
Great players.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting your career. I had more good players wear number 34 than any other number.
That is it. The final on the IBP board. Bloomington North 65 and Newcastle. Check that. Bloomington North 64, Newcastle 45. We'll be right back.